LA Metro's G Line, a bus rapid transit line serving parts of the San Fernando Valley, is so busy that there's been talk before about upgrading it to light rail. This is all well and good, and this seems like a reasonable step to take. However, that is not the only thing that I think should be done with the G Line. I have expansion ideas for a G Line converted to rail transit. So many that I'm splitting this up into two videos. The reason that I'm splitting this into two videos is because I'm proposing an expansion that creates two branches of what is currently the G Line. And I think each branch has enough of its own identity that it makes sense to talk about one branch in today's video and the other branch in a separate video that I'll make in a few weeks. The branch I'm proposing today would serve all of the stations that are currently served by the G Line: Chatsworth, Nordoff, Roscoe, Sherman Way, Canoga, DeSoto, Pierce College, Tampa, Reseda, Balboa, Woodley, Sepulveda, Van Nuys, Woodman, Valley College, Laurel Canyon, and North Hollywood. But the proposal I have today would not just serve these existing bus rapid transit stations. I'd add stops to this proposed branch. Before I get to the first of these stops, I would have the line run along Chandler Boulevard until it gets to Hollywood Way. And then, I'd have the train run on Hollywood Way for a bit. The first stop of the extension would be at Hollywood Way and Magnolia Boulevard. Hollywood Way has line 222, and Magnolia Boulevard has line 94, so it offers bus connections. Other than that, not a whole lot to say about this stop. The next stop would be at Hollywood Way and Riverside Drive. There are several mid-rise and high-rise buildings this stop would serve, including a not-so-creatively named tower called the Tower. Well, technically, it's called the Tower Burbank. But still, it feels like that SpongeBob SquarePants episode where it was discovered that a particular man is named Watsituya. Anyway, getting back to the video, I should add that this stop would also serve Warner Brothers facilities, which is important, given that Warner Brothers is a major employer in the San Fernando Valley. The only downside of this stop is that it would be near an entryway for the 134. An entryway that doesn't look exactly amazing for pedestrians. So the building of this stop should be paired with a solution to get pedestrians across the 134 on the north side of Riverside Drive. As to what the solution is, I'm open to ideas. But a solution is absolutely needed, because said solution would serve people heading to the two largest towers in the area, including to the aforementioned tower called the Tower. The line then spins a sec on Riverside Drive, then goes on Olive Avenue for a brief moment, and then goes onto Alameda Avenue. You might be wondering why we didn't just turn directly onto Alameda Avenue and stay there all along. It's because it would then be on the wrong side of the 134 to capture the ridership you'd get from the mid-rise and high-rise developments, as well as Warner Brothers facilities. I'd propose a stop at Alameda Avenue and Buena Vista Street. This stop would serve two massive employers, Providence St. Joseph Medical Center and the global headquarters for none other than the Walt Disney Company. And this is where this train would terminate. Yup, that's it. A 3-stop extension. I considered extending this train to the LA Zoo, but the routing dilemmas I confronted beyond the zoo frankly gave me headaches, so I decided not to extend it there. I guess you can say that the routing situation I confront there would be tough to bear. Now I'm probably going to get a couple dislikes just because of my zoo-related bad pun. Despite that LA Zoo issue, however, I think that this extension of the current G Line, short though it may be, would be potent. It would connect the busiest transit line in the valley to one of the biggest centers of employment in the valley. This is a big claim, but it's a true one. The San Fernando Valley has a few high-density employment centers where there are 23,900 jobs or more per square mile, per the United States Census. Those areas are the area by Universal Studios, which is served by the B Line, an area just east of Burbank Airport, An airport that I will almost certainly propose some form of service to in the future, downtown Glendale, which I plan on addressing in a future video, Warner Center, which I also plan on addressing in a future video, and then this area around the Tower, Warner Brothers, Disney, and Providence St. Joseph Medical Center, which would be served by this proposed extension. Local metro systems serve many functions, but the bread and butter of a local metro system is connecting where people work to where people live. Based on United States Census data, I believe that my proposed extension of the G line would do exactly this. Do you think I'm overhyping this extension proposal? Are there holes with this idea that I'm not seeing? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd also like to hear in the comment section below whether there is any history behind why there is still no rail transit proposed for this area. Like, it doesn't have to be my proposal specifically, but it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me that there is only bus rapid transit proposed for this major center of employment. If the area by the Beeline's Universal Studios stop gets a train line, why not an area that's an even larger center of employment? You know, it is the United States after all, so there's a 90% chance of the reason being a lack of funding, not in my backyard attitudes derailing such a proposal, or both. The other 10% is if bringing a train to this area is genuinely a bad idea for reasons I don't understand yet. Anyway, make sure also to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more content on imagining better rail transit in the United States. Oh, and the next time I do an LA themed video, we'll go into part 2 of how I transform LA Metro's G line. Thank you, and have a good day.